disparity in tone that you hear there is my old, comparatively anemic sounding guitar tone and the new Bogner Harlow. There seem to be two schools of thought with boosts. You either have a really simple, transparent boost with one knob on it, the go button, or you have one with a lot more features that colors your tone a little bit, is less transparent. This seems to fall somewhere in between those two. It does color your tone a little bit, but I happen to like it a lot. Clean with no Harlow. How about distorted? Slightly distorted. The old overdriven sound. Like most of the things that Reinhold Bogner dreams up, they're of an extremely high quality. The fit and finish of everything is elegant yet understated and very sturdy. You can tell by holding the pedal that it's engineered really well. The Harlow is unique in that it has a compressor. You can tell how much compression you're using because when you turn the pedal on, it glows red. Then there's one on top, a blue light on top that blinks when your signal is hitting the compressor. And they blend together and turn purple, and it's kind of pretty. So when you're melting faces, it's really pretty. It makes sense if you're going to have a boost pedal to have a compressor in it. I mean, the mastering process, the final stage of production, boosting and compressing to get everything within a nice, even dynamic range so you don't have to fool with the volume in a soft or loud part of the song. It all fits within a reasonable space. The other feature that's a pretty big selling point, considering the name is emblazoned on the front of the pedal, is the fact that the transformer is designed by Rupert Neve, famous for the Neve mixing consoles, generally regarded as the best mixing consoles in the world. The features, so it has level, which is pretty self-explanatory. It goes from off, all the way down is off, and then it goes to, oh my god, I'm gonna blow up my amp. Tone is self-explanatory. It gets a lot brighter than it needs to, but it's better to have it and not use it than to not have it. And the bloom feature. Bloom is the control for the compressor. So a compressor would typically have more parameters than that. A compressor would typically have threshold, gain, attack, release, ratio, and maybe even more. This is really just a gain knob on a compressor. Gain meaning the amount of signal you're sending through something. So we have a level, we have a bloom, which is like how much compression you want, and a tone to sort of back off the bright or add a little bit of something if you need it. So, I love it. It's the kind of pedal, as illustrated earlier, it's the kind of pedal where you play with it and it's like, oh yeah, that sounds good, and you go back to your old tone, and it's like, how did I ever get away with that? How was I ever satisfied with that? That was the case with me, and I was never feeling that my tone was lacking in ballsiness. until I played the Harlow and then turned it off again. And you can really see the difference. It's dramatic. The name is a curious one. As with all of Reinhold's creations, the name is significant. The Bogner Shiva, the god of creation and destruction. The Bogner Duende, the smaller amp, which is apparently a gremlin, small in stature but fierce. And a Harlow, as defined by Urban Dictionary, is a man whore, so that's worth noting, I guess. It's a bit on the pricey side at $229. You could certainly buy a Boost that would be less money, but it is a special pedal. It does make everything sound better. It also requires that you play an amp, to my ears, it requires you play an amp with more headroom. I played it through a 15-watt Duende and it just didn't sound as good didn't sound anywhere near as good compared to playing it through a 75-watt Shiva. So it really needs the headroom so that you can take advantage of what it offers, which is excess.